Hey guys, I'm Justin.
I'm Leigh.
Together we own Horrorland Media, and it is time for our June 2025 collection update. It's a big one. We've got 3 pretty big stacks, so let's not waste time talking. Let's roll the intro and get right into it on today's episode of Welcome to Horrorland.
Welcome to Horrorland.
Here on today's episode of Welcome to Horrorland, we've got 3, technically 4, air quotes, stacks worth of movies. Let the eye rolls begin. I can feel the eyes just burning through me. A lot of pre-orders came in this month. A lot. I bought a lot of stuff too, don't let me fool you, but we had a lot of pre-orders come in. So I'm pretty excited about this update. Probably the most excited I've been for an update in a pretty little while, just because of those pre-orders. So let's go ahead and get right into it here with stack 1. So I wanted to count these up and see how many I had, and I didn't, so whatever. First up, though, is a holdover from last month. If you guys will remember, we went to the beach at the end of May, so we kind of pre-filmed last month's collection update. So we had a few things that came in a little late. First up here is the Black Panther on 4K. If you guys will remember, we bought all the other Marvel movies. I'm only missing 2 or 3 now. Black Panther came in. That was one of the last remaining ones. While at the beach, we did go to Barnes & Noble. It was pretty much the only movie store that they had there. They had Turbulence. This was $24.99, but they were doing their half-off sale, so this was like $13. That's cheaper than you can usually get it even during the Kino sale. So I decided to pick it up. I've never seen it. I know a lot of people picked this up after Ray Liotta's passing, so we'll see if that one's any good. I also picked up this one, which was a mistake on my behalf, but that is the Back to the Future trilogy. I used to know exactly what I had in my collection, but now doing conventions, I don't, because I've got 2 crops of inventory up in my head, and I can't remember anything. So when I saw this was like $65. It was 50% off. So it was like $35 after, the discount. And I could have sworn that mine was the Blu-ray. So I picked it up anyways. When I got home, it was the 4K. But the saving grace was mine was the book edition, where like you get fingerprints and scratch the hell out of your discs every time you go to get them out to play them. These are all 3 in their own separate cases. So it is what it is. I threw the other one up on eBay. It's already sold. And I made my money back. So not a total loss. But by all means, if you guys have a collection app that you use to catalog your collection, drop those in the comments for me down below, because we're going to have to do something, because honestly, I go to stores, I see all these movies, I can't remember what I got. Eric, I know you are probably watching this. Next time I see you, tell me what you use. Help me remember for you to tell me what you use, because you've told me before and I don't remember. But if you're not Eric, drop that comment down below if you use something, because like I said, I can't remember. So now we'll move into the fresh pickups, the new pickups, the actual pickups from June.
And yes, all the stacks are really this size, not like the first stack we did.
Anyways, first up here we did get from Groove. They had Batman, the complete television series. This is the 68, I think it's 66 to 68 series. Leigh will hate these, so these will be something that I will put in when I do inventory and I do convention stuff. I won't make her watch these. I love these. They were cheesy. They were extremely stupid, but something about just the sound effects they used, the pow and stuff when they would hit and fight, just something about this. It was nostalgic. I remember this being on TV Land a lot, and my dad watching it, so kind of nostalgic too, kind of watching some of those with him. Next up, we got the Superman and Batman collection. So I had just been talking here recently about wanting to see the Superman films. I've actually never seen them. I love Batman. You guys all know my infatuation with Batman. It's about the only superhero that I follow. But they had this, and it was like, I don't remember, I think this was $20. And you got all...
I don't remember. I don't think you talked to me about it.
You got all... I did, because we were going down the road. We were going to the beach when I ordered this. Anyways, they... You get 9 films in this. You get all 4 of the original Superman movies, all 4 of the original Batman movies, and then Superman Returns. I decided to keep my 4-disc Batman collection for the time being. If I wind up not liking the Supermans, we'll sell this and still have the Batmans. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm on the fence with those. Keeping it with the superheroes and Batman, we do have the Adventures of Batman, the 2-disc complete series here, animated. This came out about the same time as like Scooby-Doo and all that. If you, like, Scooby-Doo movies actually had a episode where they partnered with like Batman and Robin to fight the Penguin and the Joker. We also have the New Adventures of Batman. Same time. I think these literally were like within a year of each other or something like that. So got the whole series of those. We did get these. Groove, again, had a lot of stuff. Cheap enough to upgrade from DVD to Blu-ray for space-saving reasons. This was...
I thought we had those.
This was one of them. So this is the new Scooby-Doo movies. Yeah, we did. But the DVD of this was pretty thick. So if you guys are interested, though, in a DVD of this, this is available on my eBay page. Just go search it. And then we also got Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The complete collection. Another one. The case was extremely thick. Room is running out very rapidly, so anything that we can upgrade to a Blu-ray and get rid of the chunkier, thicker DVD, I'm going to do, as long as it's within reason. I think both of these were like 12 bucks a piece, and for me, that's really not a bad price, I don't think. Same thing with this. This is the Blade trilogy. We just watched these not long ago at all. But 3 separate Blu-ray cases. They had this. It was $9.99. That was like $3 cheaper than Walmart. I think that Walmart has this right now for $12.96. So decided to go ahead and pick it up. We'll sell those other 3 at the convention. So if you guys see Horrorland Media, we will have the Blade Blu-rays available until sold. Exact same thing with this one as well. So this is Tremors. This is the 7 movie Blu-ray collection. I had parts 1, 2, and 3 and like the Tremor Attack Pack Blu-ray, but then 4, 5, 6, and 7 were all separate. So I decided to get this one Blu-ray case, get rid of the 5 Blu-ray cases on the shelf. It just saves a little bit of space. Again, Tremors is available at Horrorland Media, the convention booth, until sold. And when I was picking those up, I've always been intrigued by this. I've never actually seen this, but this is Tremors, the television series. So this is 13 episodes. I believe this was like on the Sci-Fi Channel, if I'm not mistaken, maybe USA. But I've never actually seen these. I love Tremors, so I'm excited to check out the series. So got that. It's only available on DVD. They don't have it on Blu-ray. Next up, nostalgia childhood stuff here. So we did get Iron Man, the 94 series. I used to watch the crap out of this on, I think it was like Disney Channel. And so, I don't know, I just kind of went down like a little trip down memory lane or something with some of this stuff, and this was one of them. These next 3 are the exact same way. That is Gargoyles. So we did get Gargoyles Season 1. Gargoyles Season 2, Volume 1. And Gargoyles Season 2, Volume 2. And let me just say, I hate whoever designed the packaging of these. You have like a amaray, like a cardboard fold out, and then you have a regular DVD case. Disney, screw you for that. I hate when they do crap like that because they don't line up right on the shelf. Anyways. Side rant.
I just want to say a side rant. You did all these upgrading to Blu-ray to save room, and then you went and bought all these DVDs. So
the stuff I have that is DVDs don't have Blu-rays. Gargoyles does not.
I know, but you just tried to save room, and then you just took the room back up with more DVDs.
But there were DVDs I didn't have. There's a difference.
Okay.
She doesn't get it. She doesn't. She's not a collector. She doesn't get it. Anyways, next up, also did get Chris Hero here, Ring of Hero from Ring of Honor. This is probably the greatest Ring of Honor DVD I have ever seen. I had like an old bootleg of this, and so I'd always kind of wanted an original version. So I did pick this one up. Probably the greatest Ring of Honor DVD I've almost ever seen. Chris Hero absolutely at his peak there. Also got these. A lot of my Ring of Honor is like Young Buck era. You know, I don't even know when they were there. 2013 to 2016, something like that. And so these are kind of a little older than that, just compilations. So we have Ring of Honor Best in the World. I know this has the Joe and is it Kabashi match on there. I have seen that. That is probably the biggest slugfest I've ever seen in professional wrestling. Next up, Ring of Honor's Greatest Rivalries. Ring of Honor Bloodstained Honor. And Ring of Honor Stars of Honor. So I did get all these. These are the only 4 of these like comp sets that they released. So glad to have those. While at the beach, you guys will probably remember from our To Keep or Not to Keep, we watched a couple of Denzel movies. We didn't care for those, but I did pick up these two because I think we've both actually seen those. Or I know I've seen Man on Fire.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Anyways, Man on Fire and Out of Time here, the Blu-ray double feature. I do remember Man on Fire. I enjoyed it from what I remember, but it was just two movies that after seeing, you know, the Denzel ones that we did watch that we didn't like, I was like, hey, let me pick up those. I don't have them in the collection. So this was the same way. We were going through old DVDs and looking, and I had this, and it was extremely scratched. I don't know where it came from, to be quite honest. I've actually never seen Good Will Hunting, and so Leigh was like, that is a movie that you need to watch. And I was like, well, this DVD's a piece of crap. It's scratched. Let's see if they got the Blu-ray. They did. It was like $6 brand new, factory sealed off eBay. Next up here from Umbrella, I did get the Super Mario's Brother film here from the, I believe this is the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. I've seen this like once upon a time. I remember it, but I don't remember everything about it. Remember it being okay. So another kind of like nostalgic kind of deal there. Moving on. So this pickup is actually the latest pickup. We went to a Peddler's Mall. They had this for $1. This is Stained Unplugged. I like Stained. We'll see if this one's any good. I don't know. It's not real long. It's only got 11 songs on here. So we'll see. Those Unplugged, like MTV Unplugged back in the day, those were honestly kind of hit or miss from me. If you guys have been watching the Welcome to Horrorland series, you'll know that this has kind of been a running joke for a while, and that is Splatter Farm. Carl had this. He hates this movie. This movie goes for like $100. I was not giving him that, so we finally wound up trading a $15 t-shirt and this. So I got Splatter Farm. So I don't know. We'll check it out. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Next up, Rob Zombie here, the Zombie Horror Picture Show. I like Rob Zombie for the most part. Some of his newer stuff's not my favorite, but that's a concert there for him. Really enjoy that. I have actually already watched that one. Next up, All Through the House. This was something that kind of came up on our way to Indianapolis for the Days of the Dead convention. We were talking about like Christmas movies and stuff, Christmas horror films. This one came up. If you guys have not seen this one's a pretty decent, like low budget slasher, super gory, but it does have pretty strong on the adult themes. We'll leave it at that. If you guys have seen it, you kind of know what I mean by that. Next up for Father's Day, my daughters did get me this. It is My Demon Lover. This is one that I had seen. It's a Scream Factory exclusive. I'd never seen it. We watched the trailer. It looked like a good like comedy horror for me and Leigh to watch. So we'll check that one out. Scream Factory did also have a buy two get one free sale this past month, so I did get The Crow Salvation. I got Demon of Paradise, and then I did get Twice Dead. So these are like their website exclusives. It's the only place you can get them. They're not available in stores. So buy two get one. Took advantage of that. Did pick up Blood Dolls from Full Moon here on Blu-ray. I just watched the DVD a couple of months ago, and I really enjoyed it. So out with the DVD, in with the Blu-ray. That's Blood Dolls. Next up we have He Knows. These are a couple of independent films that I picked up at Days of the Dead in Indianapolis. So He Knows, the director was there. That one was pretty cool. I also got A Hard Place. This is the same people who made, is it Craving? I believe is the name of that film. We picked it up in Atlanta. It starred Felissa Rose. Picked it up in Atlanta earlier this year. It was pretty good. And the director was there and he was like, this is our second film. It's much bigger. So decided to pick it up. Hand me the, yeah. Also from Days of the Dead Atlanta, I did pick up the Texas Chainsaw Black Maria. This was an impulse buy. I probably never should have bought this because I own this Blu-ray 1,001 times over. But I got it from my daddy. I did love the Texas Chainsaw. There's just something about it. It's not overly like a good movie necessarily. In the standards of like it's scary for the time, but watching it today, a lot of people think it doesn't hold up. But this is just like the 5-disc collector's edition here. When this came out, it was like $100, and Dark Sky is selling them all day, every day for $30. So I decided to pick that up. Carl picked one up too. Now we're getting into some of these pre-orders. So pre-order number 1 is Nameless. This is from Plan 10 Pictures. They did like Teddy Told Me To and the After Dark. Some of their stuff's pretty good. So I pre-ordered these. They came in. That's Nameless. And then also from them I got Hello, My Name is Gacy. So pretty excited to check those out. Another pre-order here from David Kerr is The Slasher Nurse. I love his Slasher Nurse film series for the most part. I think we tried to watch part 1, he made it like 10 years ago. It wasn't very good, but every other one in the series I've liked. So he had a crowdfunder, was the only way to get the Blu-ray for that. So I crowdfunded and got it. Next up, Popeye's Revenge. A lot of this stuff that is just going public domain from the old cartoons of the 40s and 50s and 60s are now getting horror Blu-rays and adaptations made. So pick that one. Next up here we have Drop. This is just a new release of the month. This one actually looked pretty good. This girl goes to dinner and she starts getting these drops on her phone, and basically it's someone that is telling her to do things, and if she doesn't do them, they will basically hurt her child at home, and she has like the cameras inside the house and she can see. It actually looked pretty good. Next up, A Working Man here with Jason Statham. I know Leigh will be excited to watch this one. She does like her Jason Statham. He's not a bad actor. Just for me, he's kind of one-dimensional. But then again, people in his role usually are. Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, they were always kind of that way too.
Willis.
Yeah, I mean, they always played that action hero kind of thing. He is pretty funny in some of the comedy stuff he did, like Spy. I mean, he does have that kind of side. But to me, his action stuff's always kind of one-dimensional. But they're still fun. But I know she'll be looking forward to watching that one. Next up, Novocaine. This is one that, again, just the trailer looked absolutely stupid. It came out and I was like, hey, why not? Next up, The Monkey on 4K. I've been really wanting to check this one out. We saw the trailer for it when we went and saw Hard Eyes earlier this year. My mom has actually already watched that one. She actually beat me to a horror movie. I don't know how that works. But anyways, she actually said it was pretty decent. She said it was a little weird, but she thought I would like it, so picked it up. Next up, probably one of my favorite westerns of all time is Young Guns, so picked up the 4K for it. And then right behind it, as far as westerns go, as far as being one of my favorites, is Tombstone. So picked it up as well. Both of these are newer to 4K. I think Young Guns just came out, and I think Tombstone was maybe a month or 2 ago. I was just a little late on picking it up. Alrighty, so next up, just like that, we are on to the last stack. This last one's tall, but it doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in it. I mean, it does, but a lot of these are real chunky. So next up is Monkey Shines, 4K from Scream Factory. One that I've heard about throughout the years, but I've never seen, so picked it up. It was a new release. This is probably, I have a little bit of buyer's remorse for this. This was an impulse buy. So Terrapin Station, I went in, they have a really good VHS selection. So I went in looking for some VHS for, resale basically. And they had this sitting on the shelf, and it is the Terrifier 3, really 4 film collection box set from Umbrella. Leigh had actually looked at this before. We looked back in like November when it was released about getting this for me for Christmas. I think it was like $120 off their website, and we looked at shipping and it was going to be like $35 to get it here, and I was like, it's not worth that to me. But when I saw it in person, $125 is what it was. I saw it in person. It was kind of an impulse buy, so I picked it up. The girl at the register was actually like, because you've spent so much, because I also bought like $75 worth of VHS, she did give me a discount. Not necessarily on this. She gave it to me on the VHS, but I count it as a win. It is what it is, and I'll be able to sell my Terrifiers at the convention. So I won't get nowhere near $125 for them. But it's just the fact, like, Terrifier is cool, and that collection piece right there is going to be awesome on the shelf. So it is what it is. Next up, though, another pre-order. This is Storm Warning. This was just an early 2000s kind of survival murder kind of film. A lot of these from this time period were that way. Wolf Creek, all that kind of stuff. I've seen this once before, and I do remember liking it. So we'll see on the rewatch. Another pre-order. I told you guys a lot of pre-orders this month. So this pre-order is Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. So this is from the same people who have been doing the Winnie the Pooh films. This movie looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks brutal as all hell, and I cannot wait. This will probably be one of my first watches. This one to me looks great. You, I know, disagree. We've seen the trailer for that. She disagrees, but I think it looks great. The Winnie the Pooh films have not been bad.
They have not. But
So-
that one looks dumb. But we'll see.
We'll see. I don't think it's. I think it'll be a lot different than what you think.
Okay.
Another pre-order here. This sumbitch has been ordered since January of this year. It kept getting pushed back and pushed back. It is the Treasured Films release of Nomads. Treasured Films, I love their releases, but God, their time frames, you cannot count on them to release anything on time for anything. It just is what it is. Them being from another country also doesn't really help matters that much either. But glad to finally have this one, a Pierce Brosnan horror film there. I honestly can't remember if I've seen Nomads or
I
not.
like Pierce Brosnan.
Maybe we can watch that one. I can't remember if he's British. You and your British guys, I don't understand. Anyways, next up, I consider these pre-orders, because technically they were, from Vinegar Syndrome this month. We did get Jade. I think this is like one of those like early 90s erotic thrillers, kind of like Cruel Intentions, stuff like that. So I'm kind of pretty excited to check that one out. Me and Lee, are okay with those. Next up, Dirty Work here. If you have not seen Dirty Work, I highly recommend this. Dirty Work is a phenomenal movie. Have you ever seen Dirty Work?
No.
This may be our first watch then. Dirty Work's hilarious. I absolutely love it. Enough can't be said about that. A lot of people complain about the artwork. I mean, I'm not huge on it, but I don't think it's as bad as what other people said it was either. Next up, The Dark Half. This is a Stephen King adaptation, so really excited to have this one as well. All my Vinegar Syndrome stuff I'm excited to have, of course. And Vinegar Syndrome is actually getting to where they're releasing some pretty big stuff. I know Jade is like it was a bigger 90s title. It kind of flopped at the box office. But they're releasing a lot of stuff too that's not like directly in that horror genre. So
They had to do something because their horror was sucking.
it did get pretty, some of it is pretty bad. Next up, The Golden Child here with Eddie Murphy. Another Vinegar Syndrome title. Like, they're releasing something with Eddie Murphy. So again, a huge get for them to have something like this that they're able to release. So really excited to see this. I've actually never seen The Golden Child.
No. I've seen Coming to America, which reminds me of...
Yeah. I don't really know.
I don't know.
I don't know 100% about, was it Big Trouble in Little China? Maybe someone said this was kind of like, I can't honestly remember, but they said it's kind of like in that vein of a kind of film. So
Gotcha. I'm
pretty excited to check that one out. Again, that'll be another one that we can watch. I know Lee doesn't love a lot of their stuff, but I think that this month's crop of Vinegar Syndrome, I think she might be good with. Excuse me. Next up from Arrow Video is The Dark City. This is another one that I had never seen, but a lot of the reviews got me on this one for a pre-order because everyone said that the transfer and everything was really good. So I wound up pre-ordering this one after I watched some of those reviews for the people who were able to get it in early. So I don't know if Lee's going to like that one or not. I know it's very futuristic, very sci-fi. A lot of people liken it to The Matrix. I'm not a huge Matrix fan, so I may not like it myself. We'll see when we get a chance to watch it and put it in the to keep or not to keep. And then we will end this month here with probably one of my favorite companies of the year thus far. Arrow is probably going to wind up being my favorite company. They've done the Texas Chainsaw remakes that are coming out. They've just done a huge, amazing job of their releases this year. But right behind them, for me, is not even Vinegar Syndrome as much as I love them. It's Terror Vision. So next up is our last release of the month with their Shoestring Terror. Is it Shoestring Slashers? My apologies. This has Phantom Brother, Beware, and Basement Jack. You get a super hard box here, and then you also get 3 Blu-rays with slipcovers inside the box. I mean, hell, even Vinegar Syndrome, when they give you a hard box, you don't get slipcovers. So just stellar packaging. They go above and beyond. They are giving movies that, even though you may not have necessarily heard of the movies, they're giving them the utmost upgrade and doing the most that they can with their releases for these films, and I super enjoy them. So that is TerraVision's release of Shoestring Slashers. And that's volume 1. I know they've actually been working on a few more of those. Actually, that was a pre-order as well. I pre-ordered it the moment it went up on the site. So, honestly, as far as pre-order goes, I would say probably a third of this haul was pre-orders. It's like everything came at one time. We have I can't even think. The Dollars trilogy. There we go with Clint Eastwood, the 60s Westerns. I have those on pre-order because while I am not the biggest like spaghetti Western kind of person, I actually really do enjoy those. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly for a few dollars and for a few dollars more. I absolutely love those films. And so I can't wait to get those. However, I ordered them all 3 at the same time. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was pushed back, and so I will be waiting on those. So, we did have some more stuff that we were expecting but didn't come in. So, kind of the same way with the stuff in Cobra. I know a lot of people are getting those. I didn't get mine because I've also got mine ordered with Zombie, which hasn't apparently come in yet. So, tons of stuff. Several of these things, though, we have already seen. Blood Dolls will go immediately on the shelf because I just watched it. I would like to watch the transfers for the Westerns. But like Texas Chainsaw, that for $30, I just want the Black Maria to display on the shelf. I'm not going to watch it. So while it's a lot, there's several things out of this that we won't be, rewatching right now. So it is what it is. But yeah, not terrible. Okay, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Anyways, Lee's just staring at me. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. At the time of watching this, you guys do still have a chance and do still have time and the opportunity to grab those tickets and come see us at the Nashville Horror Con. That takes place at the Farm Bureau Expo Center at Lebanon, Tennessee. So come see us. It's good. They've got a phenomenal guest lineup. This is only their 2nd year. A great guest lineup and also an even bigger vendor list. Their vendor list is huge. Probably one of the biggest vendor lists we've been a part of in a pretty good while, I have to honestly say. So come see us. Come grab some movies. We will have Mothershucker along with Twisted Gables available, both of our films. So come buy a copy of these. We'll give you a real good convention special deal. We do... We'll see. We'll check on pricing. We'll check on pricing when we get there because each show varies a little bit depending on demand. So we'll kind of check on that, but you can grab both of these. We do run a convention special on them. Also, down here at the bottom, we haven't been putting it. We kind of took a break from that, but it's back. It's the website. Join us on horrorlandmedia.square.site. Come check us out. We've got Mothershucker t-shirts along with Horrorland Media t-shirts and also both films on there. So if you are not in the Nashville area and you're checking out this video and you want to see our films, you can go in there and purchase them. At the time of filming this, not only are we just a couple of weeks out from the Nashville Horror Con, but we are just a week further out from filming Mothershucker Part 2. So we can't wait to get that filmed and release that to everybody this coming October. So again, if you haven't seen Mothershucker 1, now's your time to pick it up so that you can be ready in October for Mothershucker 2. So, as always, guys, follow us on all those social medias down below. That's the only way you're going to keep up with us and find out where we're going to be. We try to post that pretty frequently. And we always post when we have a new video on there if you don't have the bell notification hit here for us on YouTube. But like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you guys want to see next. Next week we'll be coming at you with our Reanimator series overview. So we go over all 3 of the Reanimator series. It's a pretty fun one. So make sure that you remember that. Set a reminder on your phone. That'll be up next Thursday. Whatever you need to do. Until
or
then,
just hit the bell notification and it'll tell you when it uploads.
There you go. Yeah. Or follow us on Facebook and I'll tag you in the new post. Whatever you want to do. Whatever works for you. But again, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll catch you next time with another exciting episode of Welcome to Horrorland. We appreciate you guys checking us out today.